Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. This will be the second part of the GP engine rebuild, the 200 that I'm going to be putting into the Series 2. Previous videos I built this engine. A lot of it had 200 parts. At the time I couldn't get hold of a 200cc engine. It seemed to come and go, and at that time, while everything's falling over, at that time there seemed to be a bit of a shortage of 200 blocks or large bore. This is a small bore Indian GP. It's 186. If you want to see the building of this engine and what went into it, I did use it for a while in my GP. Please look on previous videos. And what I'm actually going to be using from this is mainly the drive side, so rear brakes, won't be using that hub, gearbox, clutch, chain, that sort of stuff. I won't be using the crankshaft from here. I've got a Timony in my Series 2, which I will, when I pull the Series 2 engine apart, I'll be showing you that as well. So what we're going to do is start off with taking off the hub, the ancillaries. Basically I'll be using this exhaust on the Series 2, because obviously it's not worth putting a standard Series 2 exhaust back on again. It's a waste of time. So I'm just going to get hold of a 27mm, which is conveniently on. It's the one I leave on my torque wrench all the time, and hopefully I can hold on to the wheel. I'm just going to pull away till I just undo that bolt. Right, so I've got that loosened off. We're still going to need the hub puller. So I'm going to be using the axle, the Scooters India silent blocks. I'll be using them as well. Most of the ancillaries, levers, it's mainly the drive out of this and the crank from the Series 2 engine. I'll take that washer off. There should be a washer somewhere on here. There it is. Well, that washer, I need to put these safely in a box. So I've got a box on the floor that I'm going to be, that won't just pull off, it'll need the proper puller. I'll just find that and cut back in again. Right, so I've got the rear hub puller. Never again wallop anywhere on there with hammers or whatever. Use the correct tool. It's on a spline. Make sure these bolts are all screwed in nice and tight. I do believe they're an 11. Yeah, they are an 11. Don't have to be ultra tight. That is a bit in between, this 11. It seems to fit some of them, it don't fit others, but it'll do the job. Like I say, just do them hand tight, don't have to be ultra tight. It's bloody freezing today and my hands are cold already, touching all these metal bits and bobs. If we could sticking them on a socket like that, if they'll actually fit, they are. That one's in. They don't fit on there very well. I'll go back to plan B. Ooh. I thought it was a 17. Or was that 17? 18. I've got my sockets mixed up. I swore that was a 17, but the 18 seems to fit it. And again, that's it, that's already come off brilliant. And there is our hub off with no damage to it. So we just need to undo these bolts again. I need all of this, including the new rear hub bearing that I put on. I've done probably about 150 miles on this engine, and then my 225 had new oil seals and bearings, if you watch that video as well. So I could put the engine that I wanted to put back into it again. These are original Innocenti brake shoes as well. I did have two sets, but one was pretty naff, wouldn't fit. As I say, all this stuff's going straight on the engine anyway, the brakes. So I just need to put them nuts back on. And the hub removal tool should really not be needed anymore in this video. We're only taking it off once, I hope. That's it. So that's all back together again. I'll stick it on the side at the moment and put the hub safe. So we don't need that at the moment. So what we can do is take off the shoes. It's pretty simple. Just get a screwdriver on the spring, lever the spring out of the way, like so. Because I'm so cold, normally just get a pair of pliers on there and pull it off. but it is absolutely freezing today. I don't know why. And there's our clip. Again, with GPs, they saved a fortune on this, changing to that clip. It's similar to what Vespa were using, which is the horseshoe shape clips that go on. As some of the earlier Vespas only had one post on the front, so you only needed one clip, but such is life. So just get a screwdriver and just wedge underneath the shoes, anywhere you can get in, and do them bit by bit as I'm doing here. And go to the front. You don't have to go too mad, they do pop off. Just watch this spring, you don't lose it. And obviously watch your fingers when the spring's there, that you don't pinch your fingers in anywhere. It comes keen. We're nearly there now. Go, and they'll just come off like so from the two, and there's our shoes. You see where it was rubbing on the hub. That just proves that I was using it a little bit for a short time. Right, so I need these off because I need them for the engine. I'm going to be reusing these posts in the new big block engine. And as we're here, we can take off these as well, because I'll be using that rear hub bearing, as I said, gearbox. Numero uno. And number two. They are actually quite tight. There it goes. That washer. And what I can do, if we push that engine in a bit, weighs a ton at the moment. What we can do then is just put them on the new block in place. I'll top one first again. The reason why I'm putting these in straight away is because there are ones, later engines than this, where these are they're actually drilled out of alignment. So putting on our rear brake shoes is something that I wouldn't have done yet. I might even change these brake shoes for the new frame ones that I've got in the Series 2 that are bedded in with the actual hub. So let me just tighten that up. Just starting to tighten now. That's it, that's one. I'll put the second one in. Again, I'll just do that off camera. What I did yesterday as well was I went through all of these threads, checking them all with a die grinder set. So re-thread the tap and die set, sorry. I re-tapped all of the casing holes just to make sure that's too loose. Tighten that up. Right. So they're on our engine now. They're the first bit that gone on this engine block. So that can go down again. And we can undo these next. We won't be using them straight up. 10. Yep, 10. I do need these studs. As you know, these were new when I built this engine, which isn't that long ago. It just seems like it is. And we've got the clamp. That washer that holds in, that's a new oil seal and new bearing. If you remember how easy that turned, we need to get that off the cone. It's a nice fit, that one. Again, it's not ideal with the camera in the way, but it is what it is. It's a bigger one. That's it. So our cone's off. That needs to go into the box. What we need to do now is get these nuts off, little studs. Do them one at a time. We can also then put them in one at a time. You can put a bit of thread lock on them. I've never known one of them to come loose, but somebody will tell you that they do. We will put a little bit of thread lock on it. So the new engine itself will be the opposite of this one. See, we put a bit of thread lock on there. So grab the thread lock. Just a tad. Now I can put the first one in. I'm going to put them in where they came out there. Won't make no difference, but number one. And that's number one in. I'm just going to do them one at a time, simply because it's just easier. There's two. You cut back in when I've done the four of them. You get the gist anyway. I don't want to bore the pants off everybody. Right, that's the four of them in. I've put them back in so that I don't lose anything. That shim to space the rear wheel out is a thicker one, so I'll just put that away. So what we need now is the brake lever off. Again, that's done with a circlip and it all pushes through this way. Let me turn that around. Makes a bit more space. A little circlip holding that on. There's a oil seal. I did that, which I might do yet, I don't know. GPs don't really have that grease nipple. It's just something that I did. I've got a ton of them, so why not use them? But, surprising how dusty stuff gets, isn't it? So all we need to do is take the horseshoe off. Hopefully that will do. No, that's the wrong way round. Sod law, isn't it? Just spin that around. And we can get at it. That's it. Well, that's off. And everything else just pushes through. So there's our washer and our O-ring. And then we've just got the lever These are different levers for GP and LI range SX. They have a more stubby side to them, and they're, you know, they're angled. I think there's 3 or 4 different. I'm pretty certain that the ones for the Spanish ones are different again. They might have started off being like LI. So what we're going to do is grease up the spline again, and the new engine. Just a reversal of what I've done, doesn't take long. That's not been machined right there, so if I get my finger out of the way, that needs taking down with a Dremel, just that lip. Because the oil seal or grease seal and the washer, the spacing washer, doesn't fit flush against the casing, so I'll just do that with my Dremel, which I've got out over there, and I'll cut back in again.